Well, it's another edition of, well, I feel like this is almost an extension of our Fat Club of the Dana Show, partnering with Santi and Rock's Discount Vitamins and more. And before we even move forward, Santi, happy birthday.
Thank you very much, Dana. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, just us here. What do you got planned for your birthday? What you doing tonight? And of course,
Man, we got just dinner planned tonight, but honestly, my birthday gift to myself is a little rest. So we're just gonna hang out and relax on this weekend, maybe do a little pull action. Something
what
chill.
is, what is it you always say? A health deposit, or what is it that you coined that phrase? What is it?
Yeah. No, just make a health deposit. Yeah. So any day, every day, there's so many various ways that you can make a health deposit. It could be a
And
clean
today you're giving yourself the gift of rest.
rest is also a health deposit. Definitely, it's good for mental stress, good for
God
body
bless
stress.
you, sir. Yes,
For sure,
sir.
definitely.
Well, I love that. I did some new endorsement readings this week for Rock's
Yep.
Discount Vitamins and more. And I always start with, Rock's would like to thank God and San Antonio for making them the fastest growing supplement store in our city. And to be honest, when you think about brick and mortar stores in general, you see them across the country closing. Rock's is opening because they offer something more than just, hey, here's a quick weight loss product, just take it. Hey, here's a pill, here's this. You guys offer knowledge, and that's why we're here to help people reach their fitness goals, their health goals, whether it's the first time they've ever set foot in a gym or
Yep.
tried to lose weight, or they want to take it to the next level, right?
Definitely. We say this a lot when we're training and talking to our staff that we don't just sell supplements. We sell an experience, right? And so
Thank you.
anybody can go buy supplements online, Amazon, whatever. Um, the reason people walk into our doors every day is so they can actually have an experience, talk to somebody, and really have something created for them that's really custom to their goals, their body, and their lifestyle, because we all live different lifestyles.
Well, it's that one-on-one thing too, right? What works for me might not work for Ariana, and what works for Ariana might not work for Mijo.
Yeah,
This is about custom tailoring what
for sure.
you need to reach your goal, not my goal, not Santi's goal. We don't eat the same amount of food. We don't take the same products. It's about, you.
Yep, 100%. Everything
Okay,
is.
so obviously we're going to start off. Oh, and by the way, if you're just watching, thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you share this, you're qualified for a weight loss product from Rock's
Yes,
Discount Vitamins and more.
we're gonna give it away today. We're gonna give the store away today. So if
I
anybody
love it.
is active, today's the day to get active. That's for sure.
And I was telling Santi too that we're sharing a lot more video about the Fat Club, and I feel like this goes hand in hand. And we've talked about this. These misconceptions about weight loss in general. So what do you think is one of the biggest misconceptions? And let me share this with you. I had somebody send me a message and she said, "Man, I'm going to the gym every day
Hmm.
and I'm not seeing results." Do you know how often I hear this? I'm working out every day and I'm not seeing results. Number one, what do you think the problem is? Number two, what's a product inside Rocks that anyone, man or woman, could find that could help them, start to see results?
Yeah. Honestly, I hate hearing that as well, right?
Mm,
Because I know that they're doing work, which is already a challenge with lifestyle, right? Let's say they have kids, that's
yes.
jobs, husband, wife, boyfriend, family. So it's already work to go and do some work, right? And then they're not seeing any type of results, and they're being really consistent with their exercising. So yeah, I hate to see that. So one of the biggest things, I actually had a customer come in the other day, and I'd say one of the biggest things is when you're listening to somebody, when you're taking advice or you're taking information and to help push your body towards your goals, whichever that goal may be, make sure whoever you're taking your advice from is a sound advice person, right? So I had a customer come in the other day and they were like, well, I had a friend tell me that I shouldn't do cardio X amount of numbers of times during the week. I'm gonna slow my progress down if I do cardio that often. And I said, well, and this young lady was a little heavier set, and she's just starting her journey. And I said, okay, are you doing weights and exercise, cardio? You kind of broke it all down. And I said, and your overall goal is to drop body fat, or are you trying to build more muscle? And she's like, no, I want to drop body fat. And it's just a lot of people just don't understand certain things that you need to do. And so always remember, guys, our fat tissue is just stored energy, and we have to use that energy. And when we're doing cardiovascular work and we're doing weights, that is our body being able to tap into that energy, pull it forward, and use it. So, no, she was being told not to do weights and not to do so much cardio.
Well,
Uh,
what is she
so
doing? Like, what do they have her doing?
I didn't really dive too much into it. I had a lot of customers in the store at
Hopscotch?
that
Like,
time.
what is
I was just like, "Oh my god!" She's like, "No, only 2 times or 3 times a week." And I said, "Look, you can do cardio as much as you want,
Yeah.
but you need to do cardio after your weights, not before your weights. That's textbook. And then, in addition to that, definitely make sure we're doing some weight resistance training. Blah blah blah." So, one of the biggest misconceptions is people think one, you must do only cardio, and so that's the only thing. You have to wake up your muscle cells. You have to get those arms, legs, etc. Get those muscle cells asking for energy, because fat is just stored energy waiting to be used. So do your weights and then do your cardio after your weights is a very big thing. Now, in regards to product, we have a couple different things that we could bring in. One, I'm big on non-stimulant stuff these days. A
Okay.
lot of people have hypertension in South Texas. They're taking high blood pressure medication, things of that nature. So we just try to stay into a non-stimulant realm so that we're not going against anybody's medications or anybody's hearts. And so we do something like a non-stimulant fat metabolizer, something that actually helps push the body fat into the muscle so the muscle can use that fat as energy.
Right.
Or we can always do something like a metabolic enhancer, which we can probably talk into here shortly. But biggest misconceptions is only do cardio. You must do weights as well. Doesn't have to be a bodybuilder, power lifter style, but do something. And then do your cardio after your weights, not before your weights.
Okay.
And then 3, bring in something non-stimulant that can basically help your body metabolize fat at a faster rate. So that way, when you are doing your work, we're ×2, ×3 X factor on how much we're burning.
I'm glad you talked about the stimulants, because as a woman, I hate that feeling. And I know some guys do, like, maybe there's, they don't might not have the
Mhm.
problems that I like that. I don't like the jittery feeling.
Yeah,
I like to work out in the evening. So if I take a stimulant, I can't go to sleep.
for
So
sure.
I love that. But also that you called fat just energy that's not burned. That's
Yep.
all it is. It's not, it's just energy that needs to be burned off. And if we think of it that way, I think it's easier than just constantly putting ourselves down psychologically. I'm so fat. I'm so fat. What am I going to do? I've got this stuff behind my arm and la la. It's just energy that's not burned. Just burn it off. That's it.
100%. Yep. It's just stored energy waiting to be used. So we just gotta go make that health deposit.
Okay. Okay. So we know that the products are at Rocks. You walk in, and you can look online too. I mean, I know, and you can call the store. They answer the phone. Just
Hmm.
to let you- I've called the store. They answer the phone too.
Definitely.
And remember to share this. Okay, share this with your friends. You can tag a friend if you want. And Santi said he's giving a story. It's his birthday. He's giving us gifts. The
Today's
gift of
birthday.
health.
Birthday presents
I
today.
love it, and I have so many products that I use from Rocks, from, the creams that help, heat up a little bit the body, they burn the fat, help with the
Yep.
cellulite. I love, the protein powder that I get there, the spices. I mean, there's icon meals, there's so many things. Now, I don't wanna get lost in that because I could just sit here all day and talk about that. I also wanna talk about metabolism boosters. Now, you touched a little bit on that, but we're a sedentary society, Santi. We sit, and then we move to another area of the office or house, and we sit again, and then we get in our cars to drive, and we sit.
Good
And so
point.
our metabolisms are not probably what they were when man first, our civilization first began.
Definitely.
And so we need to boost that metabolism to burn that energy, which is fat. What
Yep.
are some metabolism boosters that I could find at Rocks that will
So
help me?
100%. Great question. So, 2 things on the metabolism. We want to do our own work on our metabolism, and then
Mhm.
we can always also, addition to that, add a supplement that is designed to kind of get this process moving a little bit faster for us. So, for one, what we need to be doing, on our daily basis is one, just make sure that we're bringing in nutrition. Okay, and so I make this analogy with my customers a lot. Think about, I know it's a weird analogy, right? But stay with me here. So think about a Coke machine, right?
Okay.
The machine is there. We know it has the ability to do all its different functions, but nothing happens until we press the button. Now, once we press the button to, whatever choice of beverage to come out, right?
Right.
Um, then a bunch of mechanics begin to happen. But no mechanics will begin to happen. That machine is not going to do anything until a button is pressed. And so think about
Right.
of our bodies like a machine, right? Nothing is going to happen in regards to our metabolism. It doesn't have to break anything down. The GI system doesn't have to go and start extracting nutrients. So much doesn't have to happen if we are not putting something in healthy that for our metabolism, so that way our body can begin to work and break and metabolize something down, right? So we need to make sure that we're staying hydrated, we're drinking water, and we're eating something, our small snacks, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, so that way the metabolism is staying active and it is working still. So that's our manual metabolism. And then two, we have two different products that have been selling like crazy. One is called Thyro Excel, and the other one is called Thyrogenic. And they have the word thyroid because our thyroid.
Thyroid, right? That's the first thing I thought of.
Yep,
Yeah.
100% perfect. So the thyroid is actually what controls your metabolism. So that dictates the speed of metabolism. How fast or how slow our weight loss journey is typically based off of our metabolism. And so that thyroid, we want to make sure we're getting it active. No stimulants, there's no caffeine to this situation, but it begins to raise what's called your basal or your resting metabolism. So you metabolize more foods more efficiently, and then also that stored energy more efficiently. But the Thyro Excel is really cool because it has a water balancer. So if we're holding too much water weight, it'll start balancing out your water weight. Three, it has what's called an anti-cortisol, anti-belly fat blend. How good
Oh,
does that sound, right? So it actually targets the midsection specifically. I'm sure you've heard the word, cortisol. It's a stress hormone. Our lives are very stressful. That stress hormone actually increases belly fat. So that will actually
I've
battle
heard
the
the
belly
word
fat.
muffin top too. I hate that. When you get it's
That's a good
true.
one.
You see that, and it's not just women. I've seen some men with a little muffin too. And you talked about water, something before I forget. Drinking water is so important. How many times have you gone to breakfast with a friend, maybe a business meeting, and you look around and everybody's drinking a soda, whether it's Big Red or a Coke or whatever the case is. Look, everything in moderation, but I always cringe. I'm like, "No,
Mhm.
no, you shouldn't be drinking that." And I know we pride ourselves on the best tacos and all this good stuff,
Yeah.
but it is so important for you to put that good food, that good stuff in your body to keep that metabolism going. Those sodas have so many empty calories, and you think, "I'm just all I did was drink this." There's hundreds of calories and so much sugar in
The
those cans of soda.
sugar, that's the thing, and
Oh,
so the sugar, you gotta remember, you talked about sedentary earlier. We bring in sugar, so always remember, sugars, carbs, and fats, that's our energy, okay? And protein is so we think of like a car. The oil is like protein, right? So we need to make sure that we can have a full tank of gas, but if we don't have any oil in our vehicles, that's not good for our engine, right? The machine.
right.
But by the same token, we do know that we need a little bit of gas in the gas tank to get from point A to point B. The problem here is that most people are low on oil, way too much gas, more
Mhm.
gas than they can use, right? So the sugars, the carbs, the drinks, yeah, all in moderation. I mean, if you're exercising, obviously you can exercise to be able to have fun and indulge when you want. But yes,
But you
hydration.
can't
Most
do
people
that every day. It will make
no,
you sick. You talked about the hypertension, you talked about that.
yeah,
That's the problem. We're making ourselves sick. That's why we're here doing this, because I wanna help you. I know people ask me every day, and they walk into rocks, "Help us, help us." That's what we're doing right here.
100%. So many people come in, they do their embodies, and one of the first things that I look at is their water levels, and it's not
Ugh.
uncommon for somebody's water levels to be pretty low, which nobody's drinking water, not enough water at least.
It's crazy to me, and I used to do this. I used to drink a lot of soda, and I ended up in the hospital, and the doctor said, "Okay, if you wanna keep your kidneys, you're gonna stop doing that and drink water." And I used to have this idea, water tastes bad. Well, no, it doesn't. Now all I wanna drink is water. Well, I drink my cafecito in the morning, I drink coffee.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But once you start to feed your body differently, your body craves it. Your body wants it. Our daughters,
I
my 3 daughters, that's all they drink, water. They don't, because I don't have anything else in the house. I
yeah.
got water. "You thirsty?" That's all you get. You get some water.
Yeah, no, my family comes over and they're like, "Hey, never mind. We'll get some water." I have like cold water dispensers. Um, I crave like a super ice cold glass of water. For me, that's my refreshment. It's just habits, guys. It's just
I
all it
mean,
is.
put some cucumber in there, squeeze some lemon. It really is good, and eventually your body and your taste buds will change. I know it sounds crazy if you're used to just drinking sodas every day, but you will want and crave these things, and these products will help you. Rox talks about supplements. This is supplementing what you're not feeding your body with your everyday diet.
Correct. And this is
So,
just all this is metabolism boosters. They're just it's very self-explanatory. It's just boosting your body's your metabolism rate a little bit faster, so that way we can metabolize, which AKA means break down some of that stored body fat at a faster rate.
our
Therefore,
energy, we get to burn our energy
we can
faster.
burn our energy, Dana. You are 100% on point there.
And then the next question is interesting. I keep talking about the Fat Club on the radio, but I just, like I said, I feel like these two segments are married online and on air. I mentioned, I mean, I'm talking briefly about being regular. I mentioned it's very difficult to discuss. A friend of mine, I won't tell her name, but she said to me that she only went every 3 days, and I was like, oh
Oh my
my
goodness.
gosh.
Oh
And
no.
so I mentioned that on the air, and I said, "Ladies and gentlemen, every day at least one time, 3 if I mean, I'm not kidding. When you eat, you should go."
Yeah.
I know that sounds crazy, and I just barely blipped. I had so many women message me, "Thank you for talking about this. Thank you for mentioning," and I'm talking I just meant because it's a hard conversation, right? But we all poo.
Yeah.
But
What,
it's,
what comes
and
in must come out.
yes, and that's waste. You don't wanna keep waste in your body. It's bad, it's toxic, it's no good. That's why you get rid of it. It's
That's
the
why,
stuff
yeah.
that does it's no good for you. You wanna get rid of it. And so the next part of the combo that Santi and I are gonna discuss is the digestive system. Are you taking fiber? Do you need a supplement? Do you need something that's gonna help you digest your food? I know it's a hard conversation, but if you're going once a week, every 2 days, every 3 days, it's not
Mhm.
good for you to keep that waste in your body.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, and it's also not, well, one, it's not conducive to good health.
Oh, at all.
And so there can be issues where, like you said, waste. This is
Mhm.
our body's natural biological, system. It's meant to bring in and extract the nutrients out of the digestive tract that we need for our body for function, and the rest, the body it wants to eliminate it. It's no longer, and if it stays too long, it can begin to do more harm, right? And so,
Right.
one, it's not good for general health. Two, it's not good for weight loss. So there's a lot of different things that come into it. So the main thing is, again, I'm always gonna go two sides of it. One, what we need to be doing. And then two, where there's the supplements come in handy, right? So one is drinking water. I see Crystal is on here, and Crystal mentions that she has like a water bottle that has all her times to drink her water. So that's amazing. And that is a very good tactic. I do that myself. I have, my own little water jugs. Staying hydrated helps good with
Oh gosh,
gut,
yes.
gut motility, right? So that basically helps the body's digestive system be able to do what it needs to do and move. If there's no liquid, no water, with all these sodas and sugars, which dehydrates you actually,
You can't move. Yeah,
how
you
can
can't
anything
move. Yeah.
move? Yeah, nothing can move because you're backed up, you're constipated or something like that, right? So
It
one,
makes
stay
you feel sluggish, it makes you feel bad, you get
yeah,
that. I don't know about other ladies, but when I'm not eating well, you
yeah,
get that little pooch, that
yeah.
little belly?
hmm
Oh,
And
oh.
so think about it, right? If we eat, 3 times a day or something, and your, for instance, your friend is not going to the restroom, think about all that food. It's just
Ew!
in there, right? That's
It's
where does it go? It doesn't vanish. It has to. It, it's there or it's somewhere else. And if it's not somewhere else, it's inside the body. And so that is it's a crazy thought, that to think that that is a situation that honestly it's not uncommon. And so stay hydrated, and then two, obviously you want to make sure that you're eating our greens, I'm not the biggest greens eater myself. I don't love to eat greens.
But
Um,
guess what? They have supplements at Rocks. You don't have to eat the greens 5 times a day.
Yes, yes. So that's where we get into the supplementation, right? So the supplements make our lives a little bit easier. So one, we actually have real digestive system cleansers. These are going to be various amount of products. Could be digestive enzymes to help your body break down food more efficiently. Two, it could be for probiotics. Probiotics, not only do they help move things out of the digestive system, but it also helps enrich your immune system in your gut. It's called your natural flora. So the probiotics are really good for immune system and for movement.
I love that you just said that Michelle Ledesma on my page, because I know we've got various
Yep,
pages going.
yep, yep, yep.
She just said, for me, it's probiotics, and I wrote her back. I take a flora daily. Some
Yeah.
people don't even know what that is, Santi. You have the some people don't know what flora, or that you need bacteria in your stomach.
Yes, yes, yes. So your body produces its own bacteria, and the reason it does that is to fight off the foreign bacteria that comes in with our hands, our foods, etc. So your body's naturally built in its own defense mechanism, and so the probiotics. They actually come in and they enrich that natural flora, that natural immune system, so that way you stay nice and strong down in your GI system. So there's just so much stuff that goes on down there. That's why it's so important to have a really good, healthy gut. And then lastly, the greens. We have had a lot of different categories of greens come in, and our green section is selling more than it ever has before.
Well,
Uh,
let's be real, Santi, before you continue this with COVID and everything. I
mhm,
believe that people are researching and understanding more than ever that good health is so important. We talked about COVID. We've had doctors on from all over the country who say most often the people who aren't surviving this disease, of course, it's been children, and there's been everybody in between,
correct.
but for the most part, it's people who are obese and who are not healthy.
Healthy.
And so we need our immune systems to be strong, and we want to be healthy, and we want our kids to be healthy, man.
Yeah, that's and that's love that you brought that into the point. Is because the greens actually play a couple different facets. So one, they hit the point of our digestion benefits because they're naturally rich in the fibrous greens to help move antioxidants, also as well your fruits and your vegetables. So it's not just your greens, also your fruits. And but the cool thing about it are greens formulas, and a lot of the green formulas out there these days, as long as it's a good quality one. We have one called Cyto Greens and another one called Super Greens. Super
That's
Greens
the one I have. I have the super greens.
they have so much fun flavors. They're all tea
Mhm.
flavored, burst berry, but they are very strong in the immune system boosting department. And so antioxidants are designed to go and fight, right? And so this is very rich in your antioxidants. It's called at a high ORAC level. And so this is something really cool that already comes in with your greens. And so not only do you have a good, healthy digestive system, but you're also trying to help you keep your immune system charged. And with all the crazy stuff, all these Delta variants and all this other stuff, just keep your immune system charged and healthy is the biggest advice that I can give to everybody as
It
well.
is, and for anybody who has ever, had to take antibiotics or anything like that, a lot of times the antibiotics, well, of course, they kill bacteria, but they kill that good bacteria. So a good doctor who understands wellness, not just treating illness, will tell you, "Hey, take a flora, take a B12 just to keep that gut going." And Jerry, or no, actually, it was Jess Bernie Moreno just asked, "Do probiotics make you go or give you the runs?" And I said,
Mhm.
no, if you listen to Santi, it just keeps your gut balanced, right? It's good.
Yes.
You need the good bacteria. I know bacteria is, we think, oh, that's dirty. No, we have a lot of bacteria in our gut and our body in general, but it's good
Mhm.
bacteria.
Yes, no, it does help promote gentle movement. It's not like a cleanse,
No, it's not
but
like taking a laxative like
no,
your nanny
it is.
used to give
It
you when you were little. You'd be like, no.
no, it's so gentle. It's so I love probiotics. They're my favorite. Probiotics are gentle. They do make a little bit of movement, but honestly, the main focus of it is just to keep that immune system charged.
All right, guys, we got to go. Look, I know that a lot of people came on late, and let me tell you something. Rewatch and share. You're qualified to win. Mijo's going to go through this, and I've got so many people now. Everybody's asking questions,
Yeah, oh
but
yeah.
but listen, we do this once a month. Rocks Discount Vitamins and More is here for you. Mijo's going to go through these share. More and more people are asking questions. Keep asking. I'm going to go
Yeah,
back and answer the questions. I'm going to hit Santi up, make
perfect.
sure I give you the right answer. Rox is here. They love you. They want to thank God in San Antonio for making them the fastest growing supplement store in San Antonio. And honestly, it's just the knowledge you share. So Santi, happy birthday. Go rest.
Thank you.
Okay, tell my Ellis I love her. I love you guys. Can't wait to see you. And for everybody, share to win these free weight loss products from
Mhm.
Rocks. We're drawing the winners later tonight by
Awesome.
6 p.m. Central Time.